Have you ever felt that the job market is becoming increasingly uncertain? As if, suddenly, everything you've learned, everything you've built, might just no longer be enough. You're not alone. In recent months, artificial intelligence has become a topic everywhere. Social networks, work meetings, podcasts, courses, blogs. But what almost no one is really saying is, how does this directly affect your career? It's not an exaggeration, it's real. According to an IBM report, more than 70% of professionals worldwide believe that are not prepared to the changes caused by artificial intelligence. And the World Economic Forum has already warned millions of functions will be automated by 2025. And skills we use today could be completely outdated in less than 5 years. But there's one detail that few people notice. This impact will not be the same for everyone. To the women, especially those working in areas such as customer service, marketing, human resources, education, design, and content production, are among the most affected. And this is where the conversation gets serious. Many of these professions are being silently replaced by AI assistants, robots that perform administrative tasks, create content, analyze data, and make decisions in seconds. Meanwhile, thousands of women continue working with old methods without knowing that there is already a new language that is dominating the market, the language of AI. And maybe now you're thinking, but I'm not in technology. I don't know how to program. Can I keep up with all this? The answer is yes. And that's exactly why you need to watch this video until the end. Because it exists an artificial intelligence skill, which is being called the most valuable in the world today. And that can make you irreplaceable in your work, even if you're starting from scratch. Even if you don't understand anything about technology. And it's not programming. It's not learning to code. It's not becoming a software engineer. It's a simple, accessible skill that any woman with a cell phone or computer can learn in a few days and start applying at work, in studies, in business, or even to create a new source of income. This ability is what differentiates who will lead the new era and who will be left behind. And the most impressive, almost no one is learning. Most people are still afraid, paralyzed, waiting for the storm to pass, not realizing that this storm is actually a silent revolution. And whoever moves now, intelligently, can come out ahead with an advantage. So if you want to understand what's behind this skill and how you can master it even without technical experience, stay with me, because this video could be a game changer for your career. In the end, I will also show you real examples of women like you who are using this skill to grow professionally, earn more, work less, and secure a place in the future that has already begun. Have you ever noticed how technological changes are happening faster and faster? Until a few years ago, most people believed that artificial intelligence was something for movies, for laboratories, for big companies. But the truth is that, today, AI is inside your cell phone, your work, your everyday life, often in ways that you don't even realize. And this revolution is not something distant. It's happening now. And don't wait for anyone. Perhaps you have already noticed signs of this in your professional environment. Processes that previously required hours of manual work can now be done in minutes. Tools that automate tasks, applications that respond to customers, platforms that create entire posts for social networks with one click. What was previously considered differentiating has now become a minimum requirement. And those who don't keep up with this pace simply fall behind. And then a common question arises. If machines are doing everything, where do I fit into this new scenario? What's left for me? The answer is simple but powerful. The space will always belong to those who know how to use machines to their advantage. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine two professionals, Anna and Beatrice. They both work in digital marketing. Both have experience, courses, good communication. But Anna continues to do everything the traditional way: research, create guidelines, write texts, make posts, respond to clients, all manually, spending hours of her day. Beatrice, on the other hand, decided to invest a few hours to learn how to use AI. She discovered tools like ChatGPT, Notion AI, AI-powered Canva, and other simple automations. Today, Beatrice creates content 5 times faster, responds to customers in minutes using personalized automatic responses, and is able to focus on what really matters: strategy, creativity, relationships. The result: while Anna struggles to maintain productivity and is afraid of being replaced, Beatrice has become a reference within the company. She receives praise, nominations, promotion proposals, and still has time for personal projects. Beatrice was not replaced by AI. She became indispensable because he learned to command the AI. That's what we're talking about here. When you learn to talk to artificial intelligence, to use the right prompts, to direct technology to solve your challenges, you completely change the game. It's no longer about competing with machines. It's about being the leader of the machine team. And maybe you're thinking, but will this work for my area? The answer is yes. AI is already impacting all sectors, and new opportunities appear every day for those who know how to make the best of it. Let's see some more real examples. 1. Entrepreneurs. Women who sell online are already using AI to create product descriptions, respond to customers 24/7, generate content ideas, automate reports, and even price products more intelligently. An entrepreneur in our group reported that, after learning how to create strategic prompts, she saved more than 2 hours a day with automatic service alone. And this became a differentiator in gaining more customers. 2. HR and recruitment. Human resources professionals use AI to filter resumes, schedule interviews, create personalized tests, and even predict which candidates have the greatest potential for success. An HR manager told me that, after mastering AI tools, she was able to increase the agility of her selection processes and even had time to invest in leadership development, which led to an unexpected promotion. 3. Finance and planning. In finance, AI helps analyze data, predict trends, detect fraud, and create automatic reports. A finance analyst in our audience said that by using AI to automate the creation of spreadsheets and reports, she managed to get noticed by her board and appointed to an international strategic project. 4. Education and consulting. Teachers, tutors, and consultants use AI to prepare lesson plans, correct tests, create dynamic presentations, and even personalized teaching for each student. An educator reported that, thanks to AI, she began to serve more students without losing quality, and was even able to offer extra mentoring. Do you realize how gigantic the range of opportunities is? And it's not about being an expert in technology. Most of these women started from scratch, with fear, insecurity, thinking they couldn't handle it. What changed was the desire not to be left behind. They decided to take the first step, experiment, make mistakes, learn, ask for help, and in a short time, they reaped real results. Now, I know that there is still resistance and internal doubt. Will I be able to learn? Isn't it too complicated? And I understand you. Technology was built for a long time to alienate those who did not speak the language of programmers. But the AI revolution changed that. Today, the main tools are made to be accessible, intuitive, visual. You learn by using, experimenting, making mistakes, without fear. The secret is in learn to ask for what you want. That's what they call prompt engineering. You don't need to understand code, formulas, or be in the exact field. You just need to know how to clearly describe your objective, what result you expect, and AI does the heavy lifting for you. Want a practical example of a prompt? Imagine you need to create a campaign to sell a new product. Instead of spending hours researching ideas, you can ask like this. Create a list of 5 post themes to sell product X to women aged 30 to 40 who seek practicality and savings in their daily lives. Set up an email sequence for customers who abandon their cart in my online store. Summarize this sales report into a 5-slide earnings meeting presentation. And in seconds, the AI brings suggestions, texts, images, everything ready for you to customize in your own way. Now, think about how much this can free up your time and energy. Time to create, innovate, study, take care of your family, invest in a new business, or even rest. Energy to dedicate yourself to what really matters and conquer new spaces in the market. But be careful, this advantage does not last forever. Like everything in the digital world, those who learn first lead. Today, knowing how to use AI strategically is still a differentiator. Tomorrow, it will be a basic requirement. So, don't fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment to learn. Don't wait for your job to be threatened, for your company to announce cuts, for the market to dictate the pace. Act now, before it's too late. And if you are here, in this video, you have already taken the first step. She has already proven that she is curious, open to new things, ready to evolve. I want to challenge you. In the next 24 hours, try an AI tool. Test a prompt, create content, do simple automation. Experience in practice how it is possible to master this skill without complications. And then come back here to share your experience. In the comments, let's show together what a woman's place is in leading the artificial intelligence revolution. And remember, it's not AI that takes away jobs. It's the lack of preparation. It's the fear of changing. It's the decision not to act. Anyone who learns to use AI will always have space. And I'll show you, in the next block, how you can start mastering this skill in a practical and quick way today, even without technical experience, without spending a lot of money, without depending on anyone. Now that you understand the size of this opportunity and the risk of standing still, it's time to learn about the most powerful solution of the new digital era, the ability to command artificial intelligence to boost your career, protect your future, and open doors you never imagined. Ready for the next step? So take a deep breath and come with me, because what I'm going to show you now could be the turning point between a common career and an irreplaceable career in the age of AI. Prompt engineering as a key to female professional freedom. Now that you understand the scale of the transformation we are experiencing and why this new skill has become indispensable, the most important moment of this video has arrived. Discovering how to apply this in your real life. The first thing you need to know is that you already have what you need to get started. You don't need to be a technician, programmer, or have previous experience in technology. The most powerful ability at the moment is called prompt engineering, and it comes down to something you already do: communicate ideas. The difference now is that, instead of explaining something to a person, you will explain to artificial intelligence what you need it to do for you. If you've ever used Google, you're already familiar with the concept. The difference is that with AI, you don't just get links or suggestions. You receive content ready, prepared, personalized, and much more efficient. But there is an essential detail. The way you order completely changes the result you receive. This is where the difference between those who master this skill comes into play. Knowing how to write good prompts is what separates an ordinary user from a strategic professional. A prompt is an instruction. It's your request to the AI. You say what you want, how you want, to who you want, and what the ideal outcome is. See a simple example. Create an Instagram caption to sell an online course on female self-esteem using motivational language aimed at women between 25 and 40. With this request, the AI understands the audience, tone, purpose of the post, and delivers relevant suggestions. And this can be applied to practically everything involving content, productivity, and decision-making. You can use prompts to create marketing campaigns, generate digital product ideas, automate responses to customers, compose professional emails, summarize reports, create video scripts, plan releases, formulate strategies, prepare sales proposals, analyze data and metrics, and the best part, you can train AI to recognize your style, your voice, your business. Over time, it becomes a true personalized assistant, operating with speed, precision, and intelligence. This skill has proven valuable because it solves the main pain points in the current market. We're talking about overload, lack of time, difficulty creating quality content, low productivity, and insecurity about the future. All of this can be solved, or at least alleviated, when you learn to command artificial intelligence clearly. And how do you learn this? With practice. You don't need to take a long or technical course. You need 3 elements: clarity about what you want to achieve with AI, willingness to test different ways of ordering ready-made prompt templates to serve as a basis. In fact, in the coming weeks, you will have access to a special series with practical examples for different objectives, from content creation to automation for entrepreneurs. For now, the most important thing is to understand that this ability represents freedom. Freedom of time, freedom to innovate, freedom to position yourself with authority, freedom to undertake or grow in your career without depending on anyone. Now, to consolidate this learning, I want to propose a simple exercise. Open an AI tool like ChatGPT, Notion AI, or anything else you have available. Enter the following instruction. Help me create a digital business idea aimed at women seeking financial independence. Suggest name, description, and target audience. See what appears. Analysis. Rewrite the order. Adjust. Improve. This is prompt engineering in practice. This is how you develop your ability to drive AI, rather than be driven by it. And why is this so important, especially for women? Because, for a long time, we were placed in execution, support, and behind-the-scenes roles. Now, artificial intelligence allows us to occupy spaces of creation, strategy, and leadership, with more agility, security, and protagonism. This is not an exaggerated promise. It is a reality that is already happening. Ordinary women are using AI to stand out, earn more, work less, and gain professional freedom. You don't have to be the best at everything. You just need to be willing to learn something that can put you light years ahead of those who continue to do everything manually. To recap, the most sought-after skill today is not knowing how to program. It's knowing how to ask the right things from artificial intelligence. This can be learned with clarity, practice, and good examples. And it can be applied to any area, any profession, any stage of your life. In the next videos, I will show you the most effective prompts for women who work in content, sales, marketing, business, or are transitioning careers. You will see how this skill can transform into real results, extra income, time freedom, and even new business. But now I want to know, what would be the first thing you would like to automate or improve using AI? Leave it here in the comments. Let's talk. And get ready, because in the next block you will understand why waiting another day can be costly, and how acting now can put you way ahead of the majority. Why you need to start now, and what will happen if you don't. Maybe you are wondering, can I wait a little longer to learn this? Is it worth starting now? The answer is simple. Waiting will cost you dearly. Not because AI will harm you directly, but because the market won't wait for you to adapt. Companies, customers, platforms, algorithms, everyone is already adjusting to the new reality. And this reality favors those who know how to use artificial intelligence to your advantage. Who has already understood that AI is not a threat, it's a tool. And like any tool, it only works in the hands of those who are willing to learn how to use it. The most valued vacancies today are for those who can combine strategic thinking with mastery of AI tools. The entrepreneurs who are standing out in digital are those who have automated part of their routine and are producing more with less effort. The content creators who are growing fast are the ones who have discovered how to use intelligent prompts to speed up the creative process. The movement has already started. Opportunities are already being filled. And with each passing week, the difference between those who learned and those who are still waiting only increases. There is a sentence that says, "The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now." And in the case of artificial intelligence, this has never made so much sense. Every day new tools, new models, new ways of using AI strategically emerge. Those who start now have time to explore, test, adapt, and position themselves with confidence when the market becomes even more competitive. Now, let's turn the question around. What happens if you don't start now? You will continue doing things manually with more effort and less results. You will feel like you are always chasing, trying to understand what has already become basic for other people. You will see younger, less experienced, or even less educated colleagues occupying positions that could be yours, simply because they learned to use the right technology at the right time. And I don't say that to scare you. I say this because you deserve to be ahead. You deserve to use your full potential, your creativity, your experience, with the support of tools that value you, not replace you. AI can indeed be a threat to those who ignore what is happening. But for those who learn to use it intelligently, it becomes the greatest ally in achieving freedom, security, and growth. Therefore, my message today is clear. Don't wait any longer. Get started today. You don't need to master everything at once. Just take the first step. Take the first test. Create your first prompt. Apply to a real task. And feel the impact of this change in practice. If you allow yourself to learn now, you will be ready when everyone else is still starting. And that, in the job market, in entrepreneurship, or in content creation, it is what defines who leads and who survives. In the next block, I will show you how to continue on this path, how to turn this skill into a real advantage in your career or business, and more, how to create sources of income with AI, even if you're starting from scratch. But before continuing, I want to invite you to reflect. What is the price of continuing to stand still, doing everything the old way, trying to win by force, while other women are winning with strategy? Think about it, because now you have a choice. Now it's up to you. Choose your side in the AI revolution. If you've come this far, it's because you know that the world is changing. And you also know that you can no longer close your eyes, wait, or leave it for later. Artificial intelligence is already transforming the job market, business, creative processes, and above all, what the world expects from a professional. And you saw throughout this video that there's a smart, affordable, and practical way to adapt. Master the ability to command AI, not to compete with machines, but to lead with them. You learn that you don't need to know how to program or be technical. You just need to learn to ask good questions, write objective commands, and use AI strategically to solve problems, create, sell, plan, and grow. And most importantly, you realize that this skill is not about the future. It's about now. It's about what you can do today with what you already have to build a lighter, safer, and much more valued professional career. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your biggest question or difficulty with artificial intelligence? What stops you from starting to use this in your daily life? Leave it here in the comments. I read everything and can bring videos especially on the topics you need most. And if this content made sense to you, share it with other women who are also looking for a smarter way to grow with technology. And of course, subscribe to the channel here and turn on notifications, because in the next video I'll show you 3 real ways to make money with this skill. Even if you are starting from absolute zero, you will see examples, strategies, and tools that are helping women like you transform knowledge into income. Using AI as a business partner. The future won't wait, but you can decide that today is the day that everything starts to change. See you in the next video.